So recently I've made videos talking about worries and whatnot, but I don't think I've touched on power creep. I've only seen one person bring it up, and that's Tenten, which I think is another bad, or at least misguided take on it, since again it's off of CBT stuff, which is subject to change rather than more constant things. But that's where I come in and bring in the constants. Characters and echoes. Characters will most likely see it in raw power outscaling many older characters, or we may see multi-role compression where you have some roles completely outdone by newer ones. You can see an example of this in PGR with how amplifiers take up the role of healer, buffer, swap off DPS attacker, and time stop utilizer. I can imagine we can see this with characters going forward in Wuthering Waves. Not only that, but echoes will also be a big source of power creep, as once we get further into crazier areas, enemies will also need to bare their fangs more, showing us how dangerous the threat TDs and others possess. It won't be long until we potentially have literal demigods and supernatural-like echoes in our gourd to use at any point. We'll see them also overtake roles, kind of like how characters will, but echoes will most likely also provide more utilities as we go on, kind of like imps dipping into many roles. Kuro will definitely find more unique ways to showcase the established roles that echoes play in healer, movement, offense, and defense, as well as adding new ones. It's just the natural progression of learning and applying what they've learned. But the last thing too is that since they also double as your stats and also provide set bonuses, I can see the set bonuses getting much more potent as time goes on. Power creep extends beyond just does X character have better numbers, and I think what I've listed out here, raw power, multi-role compression, echo raw power, echo utility, and echo set bonuses is the fully realized thought out idea of what power creep might look like in Wuthering Waves. Because there's so many other variables, Wuthering Waves could have power creep much worse than other games, and surprisingly, nobody has brought it up. But what do you think? Do you think I'm far off on this? I feel like I'm spot on with this, because this game provides more than just characters. Hell, I didn't even bring up weapon power creep too. But anyways, I appreciate you, thank you for letting me take your time, and be safe out there.